minimize this. And minimize this. And so we'll go back to, let's see, what was it? Go back to this one and go ahead and open this one up. And okay, we'll go to begin on my write-up here for today. And okay, the 19th lowly Gaussian composite. The 19th lowly Gaussian composite, or abbreviation, LGC, is 389. 389 is also happens to an individual twin prime. I copied this from weeks before. 9343, 1157th prime is 9343. 195th twin prime pair is 9341, 9343. But 195 is the numerical value of Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad in chapter 19. Okay, so you can follow that. I've given you the numerical value of this. Okay, and then 1157. Let's see. Yeah, 1157, which is the index of prime number 9343, actually happens to be 341st semi-prime, and that is 11 times 31, but 1131st prime is 9127. So it goes back to this 9127. 1157 are the indices of prime 2, 2, 11, and 17. 2 times 2 times 11 times 17 is 748. 748th lonely prime is 9127. Again, God insists. So I'll underline this part here, and look what happens here. 389, which is the 19th Gaussian, lonely Gaussian composite. Okay. It is the index of Gaussian prime 5827. 5827 verse in the Quran is 8129. The last verse in Surah 81. But 8129 happens to be the 21st, 43rd distinct semi-prime. And now we look at this table that we had before. Okay, so let me go ahead and click this so we can see it better. Okay, here. Index of twin prime, index of Gaussian prime, index of prime, twin prime, Gaussian prime, and prime. 2143 has all these properties. It's a twin prime, it's a Gaussian prime, it's also a prime, obviously. So these are the indices, 133, 166, 324. 133 is the frequency of noon in chapter 68. 166, the frequency of Ha-Mim in chapter 44. 324 is the frequency of Ha-Mim in chapter 41. 324 is also the frequency of Mim in Surah 43. 166 is line number. 324 is amazing because, as mentioned above, 166 is the frequency of Ha-Mim in chapter 44, but 44 is also the frequency of Ha in chapter 43. See how this design, it's amazing. This makes Ha plus Mim in Surah 43, 44 plus 324, which is 368, which is the frequency of Ha Mim in Surah 43. The importance 133 should also be added to further row, because 133 is actually 7 times 19, and there are in fact 7 Ha Mim chapters in the Quran. We're reading it. We just read the first one, which is 40, chapter 40. Okay? We're going to start chapter 41 tonight, inshallah. Okay, so you see that they all mesh together. Recall that verse 2143 in the Quran happens to be the 619th prime number verse in the Quran. And 619 happens to be the 114th prime, which is the number of Surah. Can you believe this? I mean, it's absolutely mind-boggling, okay? So when we read those verses, where they're located, okay, why are those numbers assigned to them that we don't know at first glance. We do not understand why. Okay? And then again, my advice is don't play with it. Don't force it. Okay? Somehow it's going to come. This thing here that I just talked about, okay, 8129 is the 21st for distinct semi-prime. We were not looking at distinct semi-primes before. Distinct semi-prime means that the two prime factors are not repeating. So 4 is out. 9 is out. All the square numbers are out. Then you renumber them. And when you do that, this 8129 takes the value, the index 2143, which is basically the machinery that actually creates this table. 133, 166, 324, 2143. Okay. And it goes ahead and does this. So what today I'm telling you is that you don't have to go to read to count those hammems in those chapters. That is not what the so-called miracle is. The miracle is here and it is eternal. This is not going to change because somebody is going to change the spelling or add a meme or a ha in there, and then you argue about which one is correct. Just think about the silliness of that. Okay? Add something in there which has ha and meme in it, and then argue with that guy that, no, this is correct. This tells you that this is supposed to be the count. That's what it tells you. This tells you that chapter 43 is supposed to have 44 ha. It's supposed to have 324 memes in it, and the sum of those two is 368. It can't have anything else. So I cannot add or subtract anything from these chapters because I cannot change this eternal book. Let's put it that way. This La'ul Mahfuz. This protected tablet. This is the protected tablet. The protected tablet is not the one that's in ink and paper and you put it on your high shelf in there and it collects dust and you never read it. That is your eternal book. And you don't need it, you don't read it unless you go and wash before that. You don't even touch it. Quran means frequently recited. It means you have to go read it. Blow the dust off of that book and read it and see what it says. This is the protected book. What I'm showing you here, this is the protected book. These numbers are eternal. Okay. I'm going to stop here and we'll finish up.